Hello, my Teaserking family. How is everybody today? I am fine. Discount. All right. So, how's everybody? Hope everybody's well. I did do one last night, which is really a promo for football class. Just to say, I'm going to be doing this privately for the $25 payers. I'll do one class for college, one for the pros, because they're just too long. There's too many college. Probably twice a week. So like Wednesday night for pros and Sunday morning, and probably Friday and Saturday morning for college. I'll go through every game. I'll go through which ones I'm picking, which ones are the locks. And you can either go to the site, teaserking.com, like you normally do, and purchase the packages. And then you don't have to listen to if you don't have time to listen to the class, or if you want to listen to the class, I will go game by game like I do baseball, like I did last year. Say here, I'm not betting this one. This one I am betting, and it's, whatever, 5 units, 10 units. This one's my lock. So everything will be on, but it'll be a different avenue if you want to hear the discussion. So either way, and that's how you can get my picks and my locks and everything. And I'll still do like a normal Monday. I'll wrap it up. This is what happened last week. Go through the picks, go through why we won, why we lost, injuries and stuff like that as we go. Just like I kind of do with baseball, where I say, how did we lose that game? Oh, because the pitcher got hurt. The pitcher sucked. The pitcher was fine. It was the bullpen let us down. They didn't hit. The guy with the 6.0 ERA pitches a shutout. It's a little more dynamic in football. The biggest difference is we always have, if we have Kansas City and Mahomes is healthy, we always have Mahomes for the whole game. Baseball, it depends on the pitcher, right? So I get Verlander every fourth or fifth day. So there's games I have to bet without Verlander if I take Houston. But in football in Kansas City, I'm always getting Mahomes. Unless I know he's injured, I'm always going to get Mahomes. I'm always going to get Burrow. I'm always going to get hopefully Aaron Rodgers, Brock Purdy, Stafford. You always get this. If you got the team, you got the quarterback if he's healthy. Now, does he get hurt in the game? We hope not, right? You're betting the game as if Mahomes is going to play the whole game and win it for you in the fourth quarter if it's that close. Hopefully he wins it for you by the end of the second quarter. So that's a look at what I did yesterday. Baseball, we will get back at tomorrow. They're taking a long break. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. It's going to screw up a lot of players because it's a timing sport. It's like golf. I can play golf Saturday and Sunday. And if I took Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, and then you expected me to play Thursday, it ain't going to happen. I mean, I would have to go to the putting green and chip and the chipping green to try to get my timing back. It's a timing and rhythm game. That's why when they say, what's the hardest game? The hardest game is golf. It is not baseball. I didn't have any problem hitting a baseball. It's you see it, you swing at the ball, and you could hit it. Golf, you just standing there. There's nothing. There's no curveball or screwball or fastball. But it's such a fast rhythm game that it's extremely difficult to play. Okay, and it's a small ball. You're hitting a club that has a length in it, so not an easy thing. As you can see, I mean, these guys can't hit the fairway. They can't hit the green. They can't. Then you got to putt. So that's what it is. So no baseball, nothing new in football. Um, we'll see. Maybe we'll go through the lines. Let's look at gold. Gold's having a tough day, 24.43. Now, not bad considering it's taking a dump. Now, notice when it takes the dump. It didn't take the dump at 10. It waited till about noon to start taking the dump because Asia closes at that time. So normally, like you can see, it's higher because they're doing the derivative early, but then China's buying it. And then it starts going down at 6 in the morning, but they bought it back. And then at 9:30 they started, and then it went all the way back up to 24.69. So again, we know the down is just the derivatives. We know it's price fixed. Nobody's selling their gold. There's no consolidation. This is strictly a derivative happening, and it looks like now it's on its way back. What it was doing that at 24.52 at about 2 o'clock. I thought, okay, good, we'll get back to 24.60. And then they did a few more derivatives, and now it looks like it's starting to get on its way. And I think the market's closed, so look for the Asians to start buying it at this low price. So again, it's a fight we have because they're just trying to make money on derivatives. I mean, they do make money on it sometimes, but they can't get a little carried away. But, 24.44 and silver's 29.84, which we're not surprised at all by silver. 29.84 going down from 31.20 or wherever it was the other day. I bought 11 ounces at 33. It was 31. It was $2 premium. I love how the premiums are so small in silver. I got them for 33. Now I'm not bitching. Oh, it's 29.84. I could have got them now for 31 instead of 33. I don't care. Most of my silver was bought at 22, 23. And most of my gold was bought about 1,1700. So I still buy some, and it's still appealing if I can get it. Anyway, 24.45. So it's fine because we didn't even expect it to be 24. Well, I thought it'd be 2,400 by the weekend. I never thought I'd see 24.80. And even today it was 24.75. Again, it's just the U.S. doing derivatives to keep the price down because these guys are so stupid. They think that the gold price actually matters against the dollar. Like you're going to dump dollars for gold. If gold goes up, you're going to dump your dollar and buy gold. I mean, wow. Okay. Which is why the stock market's up, because they're doing the same psychology. Well, look at the market's at 40,000. So get into the stock market, right? 2 days before it crashes. And then when it crashes, I can't believe it crashed. Well, really? With the massive inflation and we're in a recession and you're surprised the market crashed? Well, I didn't know we're in a recession. Nobody told me. Well, you can't. Nobody's going to tell you because it's an election year and they're not going to tell you this shit. They're going to say inflation's 2%. Yeah, okay. Then you can believe that one. So anyway, we know gold and silver. We know the history. We know the end game, about 30,000 until the dollar goes out and it becomes the currency itself will be gold. Gold-backed currency, BRICS, gold-backed currency. So we know that's there. Comex, I mean, it's just, we know it's still doing the derivatives. We know they need physical gold to do the derivatives. Canada's doing some for them to try to keep the price down. Canada is it's like we got three countries: the UK, Canada, and US is all US, and they're trying to keep it down. Good luck there. I don't see it. Because the dollar's going out, and that's the part they never talk about is the inflation. So they want to say capitalism's no good. Oh, look at the inflation. Well, the inflation is not capitalism. That's the communist government printing it, thinking, oh, we can just keep printing it and it won't lose any value. That's communism. That's not okay. Capitalism in the Adam Smith school, which is what we are, Austrian economists, it's gold standard. We don't want the inflation. That's why we want the gold standard, because you can't inflate it. So anyway, that's what we're looking at. What else can I talk about? Let's see. Let's see what I saw in videos today. Excuse me. So we've been talking about Rolexes and baseball cards as real assets. So just so you know the difference, there's real assets have a value. Like a Rolex has a value, right? The Montana card's got a value. So a real asset safety because they can't print them. So if you got a Mantle PSA 9, it's not going to get depreciated down. You got a Rolex, it's not going to get depreciated down. Now you're going to get a break if you have a used one and you want to sell it. You'll get more than the new one because it's available. But that's as far as that goes. But a real asset is Rolex cards, golf clubs, anything valuable. Anything somebody will buy you for is a real asset. And that's why you hold them. And really, it's about the dollar being printed loses value because it's not limited. The gold, the silver, the cards, the Rolexes have a value because they can't get printed, right? You're not dumping a lot of Rolexes on the market, and if it's a 25 count or 50 count Mahomes card or a PSA 10 Montana rookie card, they're not printing anymore. The Montana rookie card, they probably printed a lot, but not a lot of PSA 10s, and that's the difference. So those are good value, right? It's very limited, and really that's what we're doing, I think, with everything in our lives. So you're going to play poker. You want a real asset, a gold type of hand. I got pocket aces, ace, king, kings, queens. I might have a pair of nines and a 9 flop. Okay, so you're looking for the real asset, the gold standard hands. You're also looking at my opponent. Is he a gold standard or not? So in other words, he checks and then he has a hand and he bets, or he's an old man and he's very cautious. And I know if I bet 20 and he calls, he's got something. So if I hit my third 9 or my straight or my flush, he's going to call. And then I can bet $75 and he's going to call it because he's got a decent hand, but he doesn't have a great hand or he'd raise. And so again, you're always looking for the gold standard job, the gold standard girlfriend, the gold standard clothes, the gold standard watch. You want that high quality, very stoic thing. Stoics gold standard. So I've been watching, for example, I've been watching Mad Money. I found a channel on my antenna. I don't know what it is, like 377. I've never been there before, right? It's got, and I was watching a football game right under it, and then I saw Mad Money, which I watched on Netflix. Eh, it's kind of a stupid show. I liked it a little, and then it's season one. I liked it, maybe season two, and then by season four, I'm like, they're selling the firm again, and it's so stupid. And in it, the lead character, John Hamm, is stoic. He's very confident. He's very smart. He makes good decisions. He doesn't let others sway him, and he speaks his mind. A lot of that's like Clint Eastwood in his movies. He takes charge. He's very calm, and he takes charge. You never see him razzled. He's always very calm. And that's what this John Hamm is. Most of the time, he's very thing, and that's what you get out of him is he's stoic, right? Very calm, very confident, courageous, knows what he's doing, doesn't let people influence him, will speak his mind. And I think we're drawn to those type of characters because they are refreshing. They are Clint Eastwood, very strong and smooth. And anything he was a baseball scout, and he was stoic, right? How the hell can you be stoic there? But it's just he's always calm and always confident. He's smart. He knows his stuff, and so it's always the same. And really, that's what you're looking at. This Mad Men. I'm watching it, but as I'm more stoic, I'm watching it. And a lot of movies I'm watching now, being stoic, I don't like. I used to like them, and now I'm like, so I'm watching Mad Men, and I'm going, I don't care about these characters. There isn't a character on the show I care about, and it just I found it to be pretty stupid. Oh, we're gonna get bought out. Who wants to see that? So they get bought out, and then they go to another company, and then they get bought out on another next season, and all these the family and the kids and the divorce, and they get married, and they get divorced, and they get married. And you're like, who cares? What does this have to do with anything? And I'm at that point where I really don't care about the characters, and it makes the show a lot worse not caring because it's just boring. It's like, his secretary Peggy, like she does something. Who gives a fuck? So I just really don't get the show. They needed to spend more time on the advertising. That was the interesting part. You're familiar with Pepsi and Coke, and how do they develop it? That's what you really want to see. But I don't want to see him having an affair or problems with the wife, or getting remarried and having another wife and having more problems. It just went in circles. Married, divorce, see your kids once in a while, remarry, re-divorce. Okay, that is what was the point of that? I thought it very stupid show. But again, it's funny, when I watched it initially, I found it on Netflix. I never heard of it, and then I saw it on Netflix. I watched it, and like I said, the first couple of seasons were good, and then you get into season four, and they start repeating. The firm's getting sold again. They're getting bought again. What the fuck's going on? Why do they keep showing that? Who cares about that aspect? What we care about is the product, the advertising, right? That's what we care about. So the first time I watched it, I think the first couple of seasons, then it kind of got boring and stupid, kept repeating. And then the ending where he's doing the Coke ad, and you're like, what the fuck was that? What kind of ending was that? It was the stupidest ending I've ever seen. You can't end it like that. You've got to end it where you come to the conclusion. So it's like a football game, and there's 2 minutes left, and they don't show you the ending, and you're like, "Well, how did the game end?" I mean, that's about the size of it. So anyway, with that said, um, but the point was the character was stoic, so you liked the character. Clint Eastwood movies, you like him because he's stoic. He doesn't say a lot. He doesn't overtalk. He's very calm, very confident. You knew he's going to kill everybody, and he shoots it, but you care about him. Where's this leading? It's just we like stoic people. We tend to like passionate people because when you see these election or you see anything governmental, they're always yelling, right? I'm going to fix the country. And they know how to pause it. So, like Hitler, right? And he made his speech and he was very passionate and yelling, and the crowd would go react to it. So it just seems like we're fooled by passion or yelling or shouting, that emotion. We're fooled by it. Oh, yeah, this guy's great. Oh, wait, he killed how many people? And so that's what you see. You see Biden screaming, and you see Trump, and then the guy yesterday, tax the rich and the corporations have to pay, and he's like shouting like a politician. And that's why you just got to turn it off and listen to what he says instead of the way he says it. And so there's a lot of things you like because of the passion and the way they say it versus what they say. So if you ever just watch these politicians and political speeches, and even look at Hitler's, he's very much at screaming, and people liked it for some reason. Anyway, so but stoic, you don't scream, which is kind of different. So I'm in the locker room today, and the vampire walks in. And I'm just putting in my socks and shoes after swim, after shower. I'm just getting dressed. I'm gonna go home and eat. And this vampire walks in. He goes, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'm going. I pause. Okay, yeah, hi. I just said hi. Like, what do you want? And he just starts talking, and I'm like, I don't want to. I don't have anything to say to this guy. What am I going to tell him? I'm in a teach mode. If I can help you, fine. If you can help me, fine. But to say how the weather is and stuff like that, I don't need. That's a waste of. That's why it's a vampire. You're wasting my time and my energy listening to you about nothing. So he's wearing. The Tigers had this different jersey called Motor City. Don't know what it means. He says, "Well, do you like my jersey?" I don't want to get into a conversation with this IC. It says Motor City. It's the ugliest thing. It's a dark blue. It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. And I says, "Well, what's Motor City?" Now I know what it is, but I kind of get into like, well, what is Motor City? Oh, it's the Tigers. Well, does it say Detroit on it? He says, no. I go, then what's the point? Nobody knows what it is. Nobody knows what it means. Why didn't you wear a Tiger jersey? I was trying to get under his skin because I was trying to. He wants to show off the jersey he got, and I'm not in the least interested, nor am I interested in talking to him. Now, if he would have come up to me and said, "Look, I know you do gold and economics. Can you help me?" That I would have had a conversation with. And it's a strong conversation piece. But I don't care about your jersey. It doesn't say if you want a Tiger jersey, wear a Tiger one, and then you can say, "Do you like my jersey?" So he's very insecure because he needs my approval on his jersey, which I didn't give it to him. I said I don't like it. It doesn't say Tigers on it, so I don't know what Motor City is. And then I brought up the All-Star game. I said, "Well, I know these All-Star game jerseys were really ugly." I didn't watch the All-Star game. Bullshit. You're wearing a Tiger Motor City uniform shirt, and you're not watching so they look like softball. The teams they looked, I don't know, girl softball. I says I liked it when you knew that it was the guy Reggie Jackson's wearing the yellow for Oakland A's and the Cincinnati Reds guys and the Dodger guys, and you could see all the teams. I says I hate it because I don't know who's who. I don't watch it enough to I know a few of the players, but I don't know the Detroit players because the games are never on TV. They're always on this uh, Bally's or something, which you got to pay for. So I don't even know if I could find it to pay for it, nor do I have a desire to pay to watch baseball. So again, this is again the vampire talking to me, and he didn't say a word that was except for hello, which I don't know you. I don't care if you say hello or you don't say hello. So that was kind of my talk with my talk with the vampire. Um, there was something else I was going to bring up. I don't know. Like you got to act stoic when you play poker, and you got to be stoic when you're gambling. All this stuff, you need to be stoic. You need to be very calm, very confident. Yes, Mahomes, good player. So you got to figure out who's the good player, who's not. Mahomes, Brady, Michael Jordan, Mickey Mantle, Bobby Orr, boom, 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 Gretzky. And then you look for good cars in good condition. You stay stoic. You don't get pressured into buying them. Oh, wait, the corner's dinged. I don't want it. It's way off center. I don't want it. I only want nicely cornered and centered cards. I'm going to be stoic. And if I'm at a card show and it's selling for $100, I say, well, what's your best price? I want to buy it. What's your best price? And normally they'll deal with you because they're there to sell their cards and maybe they're not having a great time selling. They got a sale with me because they know I buy and they know if they come down $20, I'll probably buy it. I'd probably buy it at the 100. Let's say it's 100. I'd probably buy it at the 100, but I want to play the game. And if I can get it for 75, then I just save 25. I can buy another card. So you've got to be very stoic with that. Just like gold, you have to stay stoic. Today we're getting hit by the derivatives off of the huge day we had on Monday when it went up to 28.80. We know they're going to play derivatives back at us, okay? And then we're going to play derivatives back at them and get it to 25. Like I said, I doubt we'll see 2300s. Maybe very, very temporary, but you can see it got down to 24.40 and then it's back up. So, but it's not it's profit taking or consolidating. It's not what it is. It's a derivative because it's based on the derivatives is the price. That's how Comex works. If they do a derivative up, it goes up. If it's high, like 24.80, they do a derivative down and it goes back down to 24.50 or whatever. And then the home team, the BRICS countries line up and start buying it there, right? Okay, we're going to put out our options and get the price back up, which is how it got to 24.80. And the U.S. plays the game after 2:00 when the European and Asians are done for the day, when it stops. And then, then you'll see the U.S. do their little derivatives and they keep getting caught and they need the gold for it. So we keep saying that. So you really got to be stoic there. Just like in poker, you got to be very confident in your hand and more confident in your read. So when you're looking at the other player across the thing, across the table, you need to stay stoic and shut up and just watch the guys, look for his tells. Use your fake tells. So pretend you're nervous or pretend this or pretend that and make them think you're bluffing or make them think you have a good hand. And that's what you're trying to do. So you're trying to really understand it. And that's the biggest key is make sure, if you're betting, I wouldn't try to bluff too much. I more or less I bluff when nobody seems to be betting. Then I make a bluff bet, and usually I'm so confident and play really good hands. They fold. They just always got kings or something. Hey, Grega John or John Grega, how are you today? So that's how you're stoic in poker. Is you look at your cards, and when you're confident in them, you bet. I don't like this. The only time I slow play is if I if I flop four of a kind or uh, I get the nut. If I get the nuts, then I will slow play it because I want to make as much money, and that's why the all-in bet at the end is always a bluff. Because if they had a really big hand, they got four nines or they got a full house, they wouldn't want to bet all in because then you'll fold, and they don't want you to fold. They want to get money. They're figuring, well, maybe I can get $50 from them or $100 from them. So that's why usually the all-ins are bluffs, because they want you to go out. The big bluff is go out, not I got a full house, but I'm going to make it look like a bluff. I mean, they could do that, but it's really stupid strategy. My bets are the best. Thank you, Greg and John. I do try to, but I try to explain them. I try to analyze them. I try to explain them, and I try to say why we win and why we lose. And that's very important to understand is why did you make the bet in the first place? And then you put in your variables and your analysis, and then the bet still loses. And you're like, why did we lose? It's sort of like gold with the derivatives. Well, gold's supposed to go up. It's 24.80. Why is it down today to 24.40? Well, derivatives. That's why. And at least you can understand what's going on. It's all bullshit. It's fake. It's just paper gold being done by derivatives, lowering the price. See, we understand gold and silver are not free market like Rolex and then the baseball cards. Those are free market. They're on eBay, and whatever the bidder is and whatever the seller is, and the Montana 125, that's free market. Somebody's going to pay the 125 or maybe 100. That's a free market price. But we know the gold and silver is not free market. We know it's derivative, and they're trying, so it's not got anything to do with the market. It's just the derivative, and it's still 24.80, right? Because now they're buying. They realize they want to buy gold because they realize the dollar's going out. And so therefore they want to buy more gold and more gold. And when they do the derivative down, they see it as an opportunity and they buy it. And then the U.S. is trying to lower the price because they don't understand. But the Chinese and the Indians and the Saudis and everybody else is buying the gold at the discount. Now, oh, you want to lower it $40 for me? Fine, I'll buy it at $24.40. I was going to pay $24.80 for it, but I'll pay $24.40. And so the U.S., they just don't, they're just clueless. I mean, the people running the U.S. are clueless. But then you understand is why. And that was really the point. You understand why gold and silver are down, and then they go up. You know why? They're all derivatives, but there are up derivatives and down derivatives. Put down, call up. So as long as you have those options, then you understand it. And we're hoping, I thought, after Monday, maybe that put option at 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock was done, but apparently it's still, they're still kicking. Don't know why. They're losing their ass on it. And I love how they say, well, the U.S. can just print money to pay it off. No, you can't. Again, the value of it, of the money, yeah, you can print it until you can, until nobody wants your money, and that's already in the works. But it's funny how nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about the dollars going to zero but us. Egon does. Mark McGuire, I think. So they get the dollars going out, and therefore everything else will also go out, Comex included. I mean, eventually the stock market will go out because it's in dollars. How do you price the stock market? And you can't do British pounds or euros, or you can't use anything else. Or do you price the gold? Do you price the stock market in gold? I don't know. That would be a tricky one. But that's what you want to be, is the stoic, very confident, strong character that I've got this. You don't really want to show your weakness. Clint Eastwood never really, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, was always very calm. Never, even when they had him, he didn't show his weakness. Spoke calmly, confidently. That's really the personality that you are looking for, and that's the one you want to have. So anyway, since getting more stoic, understanding it, it's so hard to watch some of these movies. I was watching, like take for instance the first Batman with Jack Nicholson, and it's on. I prefer the Batman, the latest one. So I'm watching this, and he's doing his shit, and okay, he gets into the oil and the green, and he, okay, really, and then everything seems okay. There's no side effects of that. And then he does his little poisoning. I'm going to poison everybody. Okay, don't know why. I don't get what the point of that is. Um, he didn't really try to steal money, which I didn't understand that. And then the ending, he's got the balloon, so he wants to kill everybody, right? That's why he did the perfumes, and then that's why he does the gas out of the balloon. So he's at the end with whatchamacallit, what's her name? Kim. What's Vicky Vale's name? Kim Basinger. So he's with Kim Basinger. Why did they go up the church? Why did they go up the church, all those stairs, so he goes to the roof so the helicopter could get him? What was the point of that? None. Those are the things that are kind of like, I don't understand anymore. When you saw it, you just saw, okay, but then what you're realizing is, why did he even go up there? Why didn't he just get his car and drive off? Why is he going in a helicopter at all? Or if you wanted Kim Basinger, why didn't you just take her, throw it in the car, and kidnap her and take her back to his place? So why climb all these stairs on a church and then a helicopter pulls me up? Well, what's the point of that? Anyway, didn't really get it. But those are the things I'm not getting. So in Euro Trip, one of my favorite movies, because I like the Europe part, there was an alternate ending. So when Scotty finally meets the German girl in the Vatican, the alternate ending was she looks at him like, "Who the fuck are you?" And she says, "What did you think would happen here? We'd fall in love? I don't even, yeah, you blocked me. I don't want anything to do with